Pause channel. Today let's talk about Meg Chapter 2, The Trench, and then we will talk about the strengths point and weaknesses. Meg Chapter 1 was based on a novel by the same name, where Steve Alten was the writer. Alten also wrote another novel named Trench, and Meg Chapter 2 is based on it. If you have watched Meg Chapter 1, you can remember there was a lady in research team and she had a daughter. In Meg Chapter 2, we find out the lady died, but her daughter is here. She is 14 now and she is under the custody of Jonas. Her uncle now is the leader scientist in the team. Now the crew created a submarine which can access to the depth of ocean. They were so excited about, but soon their happiness turned to fear when they were attacked by giant creatures. Then they became disconnected with the rest of the crew who were on the surface. So they wear their diving suit and they leave the submarine. They find a secret illegal mining base under the ocean and they reach there to find some helps. This time in Meg Chapter 2, the story is not only about giant sharks and megalodons, it's also about dinosaurs and giant octopus and maybe some other creatures. To be honest, I didn't like the film at all. It was worse than Meg Chapter 1. It has a really unfocused directing, horrible film editing, mediocre acting, and even totally a junk pile screenplay. Sorry for saying that, but it was completely a trash. It happened a lot to me that I don't like a movie and I don't enjoy that, but still the movie is entertaining. About Meg Chapter 2, it wasn't even entertaining. It was horrible, disaster. The movie is about 2 hours long, but most of its time is on bizarrely convoluted plot before it shows something exciting, amusing, or interesting. And I think it's a really bad thing for a movie or for its filmmaker that you keep looking at your watch while watching the movie. It's kind of like a curse for that filmmaker or even for that movie. And definitely it's a really bad thing for main character Jason Statham because he's really talented and it's not his fault. He did his best. The movie had lots of problems. Bad screenplay, bad script, and I think the most important one was characters suffers from lack of development in the movie. About a script, it was completely predictable, and as an action movie, it's not a good feature. It's the worst thing ever because the movie is not exciting anymore. The movie is about giant creatures. That's why I couldn't understand the fighting part between Jonas and illegal mining team under the ocean because it leads the film into a good vs bad cliche, and I'm really sick of this kind of cliche. About cinematography and visual effects, it was disappointing. Even some parts was really hilarious. It seems like an animation. What the hell is that? Look at this part. What the hell? He's stopping a shark, a megalodon with his feet? Are you kidding? Just pay a little respect for audiences. Why you created such a nonsense sequence? That's funny. That's not action. That's not thriller. That's hilarious. Generally, Meg Chapter 2 tries to live up its excitement, but it's not successful. Lack of substance and repetitive plot makes it a horrible movie. And if it continues this way, definitely we are not going to have a good franchise. The IMDb rate for this movie is 5.3, Rotten Tomato is 30 and Metacritic is 40. And my rate to this movie is just 3 out of 10. You know what? The movie had a disjointed story. And despite its concept, it delivers a few thrills. If it was a comedy fantasy movie, it was more tolerable. But the genre is action thriller, which is neither action nor thriller. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please tap the subscribe button and then send it to your friends. If there's any question, any mistake or any suggestion, please let me know. Love you all. See you soon.